Runick Endymions, which is really weird, but it's quite interesting of an interaction. Of course, I do lose my my battle phase for the most part, but if they can't do anything, then at the end of the day, it's pretty much a grind game when it comes to cards like this. So of course, I added Fountain. I believe I searched Servant for the normal, and then I went beyond the Pendulum here. Beyond is going to get me Master. And then from here I am forced to Pen Summon because of Beyond. And at this point my hand isn't quite optimal, like I could stop here, but I decided to push a little further and went to Electromite plays off the typical Electromite and Astrograph, right? So Electromite will search Astrograph. I decide to pop my Abductor because she's done, and I search it off Astro and draw a card. What card shall it be, I wonder? I forgot. So I search Magical, draw, play something useful, anything. And I believe I was able to do something here. So Runick tip into a Runick Allure. Allure is also going to act as a spell counter, plus a form of banishment for the card. So I drew into Soul, thank goodness, so I was able to draw 2 cards again. Institution. Anime Celine. I might bump Magician Soul up to 3, or maybe 2. 2 would be better. I don't know. But now after Allure, and then my Magister should summon my Jackal back out. And then I believe I made the Absolute play, so the Absolute Odd Eyes card, or Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. So yeah, here it is. And then I had to take all 3 cards for my second Celine, because I don't play Cross Sheet. Well, I didn't play Cross Sheet in this version. I could. Cross Sheet would be a lot better. Saves me resources, of course. I just forgot to add it. So here's Vortex, and then Celine again will activate because there's a soft once per turn. So I revive my Endymion, and I think I set and pass, and that should be enough. And it's on to Koido. Koido is testing against Sky Striker Runicks. He activates Destruction. I chain that to my Magister to summon again, and he chains Mecha Widow Anchor to disrupt me, and I negate. This is Chainlink 4. Oh my gosh, this is Chainlink 5. Going to Chainlink 6. Oh my gosh. Alright. And looks like he has no more quick plays, forcing me to return my Jackal, which is fine. I have a lot of spells I activated. So here comes his Hugin. I believe he wanted to search the field spell. Runick Allure. I banish his triple tactics town he was supposed to draw. Crazy, right? I banished 3 more cards. 5 cards banished. Now 6 cards getting banished. And I resummon my Jackal. Looks like he wants to try and search for his Ray, but I won't let him, even though he's still gonna get it anyway. I should have just probably left it to RNG to do its course. Now he has Ray on field, and I'm just gonna link it to Zeke, and I'm forced to deal with the Zeke banishments, targeting my Jackal. And then he's gonna summon Ray once again from the destruction. So here he could have made a Kagari play, but he chose to go Shizuku and pass, which is quite interesting because I have no more disruptions. Alright, so it's my turn now, and because I cannot enter battle, well, I can enter battle phase, but I can't battle, I'm just gonna set up again, and that's basically Runick inflicting emotional damage, because what else can they do? The sad part is, because I utilize link monsters, it's difficult for me to get these names out, so in later duels I decided to adjust the names a bit, and of course the ratios, just to help make full use of my extra. So in later duels you'll see me have 2 Jareds, 2 Hugins, and maybe, I believe I took out Moonin, but I'm not sure, but it was a 2-to-2 ratio instead of a 3-and-2, as you see here. So because I can't battle, I have to end my turn, and it's back to Quid. Looks like he top decked Pankratops, and I can't answer to the special summon because it's not an activation. And he runs over my Vortex. I should have just kept it in defense. Well, no matter. I get to revive it, and I think that's GG. Yeah, GG Koido. So now I'm going to try some rank matches with the same idea. There were some minor changes, so I did took out Runick Allure, but most of the ratios are still there. So here I activate Servant, Runick Tip searches Fountain, Banish, and I know he's playing Sky Strikers, so Runick Fountain, and then Runick Slumber summons, I believe, yeah, like Hugin. I think in this situation, I don't need 2 Hugin, but I did anyway. I think a better thing was just to summon a Jared to at least have more resource in hand, because I needed that one Servant, but here I'm going to use Servant. And then make the same play again, so go into Beyond, and then Beyond is going to search something, I forgot. I think it was, yeah, so I searched Abductor. So Abductor right now isn't going to do anything, because I can't summon a Servant again. So I can only summon Astrograph from my hand, off the pen. And then I took those two to make Electromite to hope I can recover from this play I made. Since I already have Astrograph, I might as well just search for like Mighty Master or something. Pop the Magister, because I can search it again with Astro. Maybe I should have popped the Magical Abductor instead. Probably. What did I draw? I drew Flashing Fire, so absolute garbage. I made Appaloosa, and I think I just passed here because I wasn't able to do anything else. Yeah, that's about it. So, but I know he's playing Strikers, so Striker pops my Appaloosa. I probably should use Flashing Fire at this point just to get some sort of disruption off the draw, but I totally forgot. I just let the Striker player do its thing. So he's gonna Hayate mill his Engage. Most likely he's gonna revive it and bring it back with Kakari. So I'm making Kakari right now and target his Engage. Yep. He's gonna use his Engage and most likely searches this. This is when I decide, okay, I know he's gonna pop my Fountain eventually, so I might as well just deal with it now. So he banished my Electromite, and at this point, I believe I said Magister summons the Endymion, and then I think I chained that summon to the Flashing Fire to force out his Ray once more. And this time I did chain link 1 Hugin and then Fountain, so I can draw 2 cards instead because Flashing Fire uses. So he chains the Widow Anchor, and I let that through because I don't really care. So I draw 2, and I drew another Fountain either way. So now I chain Runick Tip into my Freezing Curse. And I think he's trying to go for access code. Yeah, he's trying to go for access code here. So he does another maneuver, and I negate that maneuver. So I'm forced to return my magical to hand, which is fine. Now he can't pop anything, he surrenders. Yeah, on to the next game. Alright, second match of rank. My hand is kind of bad. It's like, I don't know. Summons my Hugin, and then Hugin discards to try and search Fountain. However, yeah, they had an Ash. So at this point I was like, oh, god damn it, I have no more plays. One Ash just killed me here. So I just set Curse and hope for the best. Yeah. And I believe he was playing Life Twin, so I was like, oh cool, I can just negate that with Runick Freezing Curse, and that should end his combo, right? And then he changed Droplet, and I was like, okay, never mind, I lost. Just end my suffering here. He had a drop, of course he had a drop it, why not? So he droplets, and then yeah, they just popped off from here at this point, so I had nothing else. Lovely, right? So he's gonna make a, I think he made Leela the 2, the blue one. Yeah, so he made the Leela, and then it doesn't really matter the order. So Leela into key skill, and yeah, key skill is just gonna revive and then pops a card on my field. He's gonna pop my Hugin, and then he's gonna make Trouble with Sunny, and then I just, yeah. So it's going terribly. Yeah, Parallel Z, just have everything. Parallel Z is gonna summon another one, and then he has that. It's like, okay, please don't have game. Okay, so he doesn't have enough right now, but I suspect he has something in hand to allow him to go for a game. So he summons his 2 twins, and yeah, I think I surrender at this point because he has that. I was like, okay, nah, never mind, I lost. GG. Moving on. Alright, so this will be the final match, and I believe I was facing a Labyrinth player. He went first, and yeah, he's gonna do his Labyrinth stuff. So he sets Welcome Labyrinth, most likely summoning the waifu card. And he's gonna fix the top of his deck to try and search for a trap to disrupt me. And this was really annoying. So he maxes, of course, that's fine. I was thinking that I should just go for a game, but then he activates the king back jack to... Huh. Okay, so he's leaving it to fate. He's literally leaving it to fate. Okay. to shuffle, and then yeah, so wow, he just magically has a dimensional barrier. Lucky. So at this point I was like, oh yeah, screw it, I can't do much here. So it's just, yeah, he's gonna stall me out by calling Pendulum, which sucks for me, I know. So there's my Mighty Master. And then Endymion, I can't really do anything here, so I just set and pass. Yeah. And he's gonna recycle the dimensional barrier over and over, and it's just gonna be annoying. Yeah, there's that, and then he attacks me. I just Freezing Curse, praying he doesn't have any other answers to my Hugin. I search for Fountain, and what do you know? He has a Chaos Hunter. Wow. Just have everything to spite me, right? Chaos Hunter. Now my Runick stuff is dead too, and he's just gonna Pendulum call me again. So yeah, I'm in a predicament. Here I should just probably have pen summon and not activate anything to give him an answer, but I chose to do this. Now he's just gonna do that, and then yeah, I should just pen summon because he didn't toggle on to declare, because you can always toggle on during like this either to standby or draw phase to call. He chose not to. And yeah, well, now he has that card for when I battle, which is kind of useless. And I was just pretty much stalling, just like he is. Oh gosh. So I end my turn. And if he wants to end my life points, he has to deal with my Jared. But I have Slumber. But I can't banish anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Until he runs over my Jared and I pop his Chaos Hunter. So he's not gonna do it. So now it's turn 7 or 6. Turn 6. I can't do anything at the moment. So for some reason, it would not let me chain Endymion Mighty Master to the activation of the barrier. For some reason. So I was like, okay, fine. Pass. And he's gonna set that instead of Dimensional Barrier. I negate his that card. And then he goes for battle and attacks my Jackal instead of my Mighty Master, which is a really odd choice, but okay. So he decides to set the Labyrinth field spell and then activates it by negate it. So he should just dealt with my Master. So that was a misplay on his part. So like, fine, I'll just take back my Servant, and then I think I was going for Beyond here, but he wasn't going to allow me to, even though I can. So I activate Servant. He tries to deal with my Jared, and I was like, okay, fine, I can always summon back out anyway. And he's gonna set his Welcome Labyrinth. I chain Runick Destruction, and I summon back a Yugioh to try and draw some answers. So Yugioh discards Slumber, and then Runick Fountains. I draw 2. Please be something useful. Anything that I can use? No. Okay. So I had to still deal with his annoying Chaos Hunter, which is fine because I can just Beyond the Pendulum this. So I'm gonna lose spell counters off my Servant, which is not that big of a deal. Beyond's gonna save my butt because I can't do anything about it. So Beyond adds my Magister, and then I pen summon. Because he should have added back the Dimensional Bear to stall me out some more, but he chose not to. So there's Mighty Master, and there's my Jackal, and then Magister, and I pop both Chaos Hunter and the Trap. So now I have, yeah, basically. Oh, yeah. Alright, so on to the deck list. I'm currently playing 1 Magician Soul. If you want, you can play 2 just to have more bodies and or draw power or consistency of that sort. Don't need to, you can just play at 1. Playing the 1 Ghost Ogre, the 1 Ash Blossom, the 1 Ghost Bell, the 1 Destrudel. So why is Destrudel and why are all these here? It's because I was trying to test out Arcanite Magician, the classic OG once per turn pop the entire field if you have enough spell counters to do so. Yeah, that's what I wanted to try, but obviously I couldn't. So playing 2 Magisters, triple Servants, 2 Magical Abductors, 2 Jackals, 1 Astrograph Sorcerer, triple Endymion the Mighty Master, triple Reasoning. You can try Monster Gate instead of Reasoning if people are calling things correctly or RNG is just not in your favor. They both get to what you need to do. The 1 Terraforming, the triple Spell Power Masteries to search your Servants or your Mighty Masters, right? And then the 1 Chicken Game. If you have more, you can play more. I'm just playing at 1 because I'd only have 1 at the moment. Triple Runick Fountains because it's so broken for some reason. The 1 Mythical Institution. This is also a soft once per turn. So if you play multiple copies and you have no spell counters, you can search many cards. You can search like any of these, right? As long as you have the right, as long as you met the condition, basically. The The one Runick alert, you don't need to play it. I wasn't playing it after the first match. I was just mainly testing it out, but honestly I would play one or one of the Runick stuff or another spell card, just so then you can have spell counters on your cards, because sometimes, as you notice in my plays, I've been going to Beyond and wasn't able to get out these other cards enough just to utilize their secondary effect to get more resources and other stuff going. So you can play another name, you can play like a draw card, so you can play another chicken game over this, or you can play Upstart instead, like triple Upstart. That will also work. So triple Runick tip, because you want to access your names, right? Your disruption names. So triple Flashing Fire, triple Runick Destruction, triple Freezing Curse. I'm playing one Slumber. You don't have to play the Slumber. You can play Smiting Storm instead. That's also fine. And then the 2 Dispellings. And that's about it for the main deck. It can be 45, so you just take out the Runick Alert, it would just be 45 exact. You can cut it further down if you want and take out the Destrudo. You can take out the Destrudo and you can cut it down a little bit more for more spells. Up to you really. 2 Hugins. I was playing at 2. I took out the Moonin because I wasn't really summoning it, so I just took it out. 2 Jared. I was playing at 3, but no, you don't really need 3 in this version, so 2 is enough. The 1 Odd Eyes Vortex, you summon off of Odd Eyes Absolute. The 1 Arcanine Edition, I was trying something with it, but you know, didn't work. Basically, you summon off of this, any of these, or any of this to get to your 7s. This will always access your 7 easily. Right. I don't know what else to add, so I just added up around the floor. You can put whatever you want in here. The 1 Absolute, of course, the 1 Electromite, the 1 Cross Sheep this time, I forgot about it, so I added back in. The 1 Beyond the Pendulum, triple Selines, you can play it at 2 if you want, but at minimum 2. And then the 1 Appaloosa. And that's about it for Runick Endymions. My thoughts, well, just play regular Endymions. The Runick version is kind of fun. You have to give up your battle phase, of course, because you can't battle, but you can stall them out enough and try to battle them the following turn as long as you have the board ready to go. And yeah, that's about it. Just take care, guys.